guys, it's Amy with A to Z Stamping, and today I wanted to show you how to use the Wood Crate Framelits dies. Wood Crate Framelits dies. So they look like this. It comes with the crate piece, and then you have these other 5 framelits. This does coordinate with the wood word stamp set, and I will show you that real quick. So these 4 right here, they coordinate with these 4 stamps right here. So you could stamp these and then cut them out with these framelits, or you can just use them on their own, and here they are cut out. So we've got the heart, the moon, the star, the chicken, and the tag. And these 4 sentiments here, the welcome, for you, thanks a bunch, and thank you, I've used these a ton. They all fit perfectly onto the tag. So it is a nice little set to have to coordinate with this. And obviously also these 2 coordinate perfectly with a circle punch. But anyway, so I wanted to show you how to use the wood crate framelit part. Okay, so first of all, here's a little crate I did using some of the Wood Textures Designer Series paper. So this is the size of the crate, and they're good size. Let's see, let's measure it exactly. When they're finished, they're just about 3 1/4 by about 1 3/4 tall. Remember, they are paper, especially if you use the Wood Textures paper. If you use cardstock, they'll be a little bit sturdier. These are just some 3x3 little cards I made, and the little 3x3 envelopes to stick in there. I've also done some goodies in cello bags, and they fit nice in these. You could really do a million different things with these little crates. They're just super cute. Now, I did want to point out one thing. If you are making these crates, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Let's say you're making it out of some of the wood texture paper. This side's lighter, and so you do need to cut out 2 of these for each to make one crate, because you cut it out once, that's one side. Let me show you here. So it cuts out one side, and then you have to cut it out again to do the other side. However, if you're using a piece of Designer Series paper, so let's say I cut this one out, and unfortunately you can't use one 6x6 page, it's not big enough. So I cut out one this way. I want to make sure the opposite one, I flip it over and cut it out so that these sides are matching. Does that make sense? Because if I cut them both out this way, they will be the same piece, and I won't be able to put them together. All right, I hope that makes sense. So remember, you want to cut out one with this side, with the side you want showing facing up, and then you want to cut one with the side you want showing facing down. Okay, but I'm going to actually show you another idea. You don't have to just use the Wood Textures paper. You could also, these would be super cute for Valentine's, Easter, really any occasion, Christmas. And let me show you. So I'm going to use this Melon Mambo paper. And let me grab my Big Shot out real quick. Okay. All right. So I just have my standard, the plate, the thin die adapter. Got a base plate, some paper. And this is just a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. So it's the same on both sides. And I'm just going to put this in. And actually, I'm going to cut it this way. Okay. And let me run this through. So again, you need 2 of them. And then I need one more. And since it's the same on both sides, I don't need to flip it over. So I'm just going to run it through one more time. The other way. So I have 2. Okay. And run this through. Crackle, crackle. That's all perfectly normal. Okay. Now, before I show you how I put it together, I wanted to give you one other quick tip. So since you can only cut one from a 6x6 piece if you are using the wood textures, you have the option, if you want, to cut out this second piece, and you could overlap the base, because when it's cut out, and let me show you here, this is what they look like, and you have 2 bases, okay? And technically you don't need, technically you really don't need 2 bases. So if you're really trying to conserve paper, or you only have 1 piece left, you could cut it like this, and you would only have this little piece and this piece of a base, but you could overlap it onto the other base. Does that make sense? And tape it down. And when I'm putting them together, I think it'll make more sense. So that is an option for you. Also, you could use this to cut out and just use this part. And what you end up with is something like this. See? So I just trimmed it. So I ended up with something like this. And it goes really well on a card front. So I could take, say, a note card or a card, glue it down for a card front, and I could stick little notes in there, put flowers coming out of it. There's all kinds of things I can do. So don't forget that you can use the second part. There's a lot of different things and options you can do with this. Okay, so let me move this out of my way. And let me show you how to put the crate together. So I ended up with these two pieces here, and you just want to make sure all these little guys poke out. Poke out. All right. Okay, so our crate, let's see, if we take one and we want to burnish the score line. So we've got a score line here, and where's my bone folder? So do one first. This is going to go in, and then you have two little tabs. And I fold them in and in. Okay, so see what I'm talking about with the base? So if you did do it where you only had half a base, you could just make sure that you glue it to this one. It could still work. Okay, now for this one, I need this piece to go on this side. So now we're going to fold this one in this way. Just want to make sure you don't do them backwards. I've done that many times. And if you do one backwards, it's okay. Just burnish it the other way. Okay. So now my box will come together like so. But you need to glue it together. So what I like to do is I like to flip them over like so. And I happen to have my tear and tape right here, so that's what I'm going to use. But you could use any adhesive that you have. And I'm just going to put a piece of tear and tape on each tab. I like to use the tear and tape because it fits these tabs perfectly. It's like the exact size width that we need. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. But like I said, you could just use your snail or your fast fuse. I would do it over a silicone mat or something because you are gonna get some glue on your table. Okay, so there's those 4. And then just determine which one's gonna go on which one. It makes no difference at all. So I'm gonna just pick one of your bases and put more adhesive there. You could use tear and tape, you could use your snail to do the base, but since I have this out, I'm just gonna continue to use this. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. These actually do come together quite quickly. You could even have your kids help with this. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I like to put my base on. So let me peel all these off. So 1, 2, and 3. Come on. Oh my goodness. The curse of the camera. Tear and tape is so simple until the camera is rolling. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then I'm just going to line my base up perfectly on here and press. Okay, now I can peel these 4 off. So let's go 1. Come on, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Seriously, it's almost comical how things don't work when the camera's rolling. Okay, so I like to line this one up first right here, or I guess right here. So I just turn it and line it up perfectly and press, and then this one goes right on the inside here. Line it up and press, and then do the same on this side. So line it up and press, and then this last one goes right inside. And that is how you put it together. Isn't that so cute? And really, I swear it's simple. I just, when you have a camera rolling, things seem to always go wrong. So wouldn't this be so cute at Valentine's time or even Easter? You could fill it with all sorts of treats or whatever. So these wood crate framelits can be used for all kinds of things, not just with the wood textures paper, because I'm sure that's probably not going to last forever. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful on how to use these wood crate framelits, and maybe you consider getting them yourselves. I think this has been a super fun set to own, especially along with the Woodward stamp set. So anyway, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.